Good morning and welcome back to Raspberry Rock. I'm Russell. We had a real heat wave going on. It's going to be cooler this week though, which is going to be nice. So hot. So hot. It's Tuesday, day I usually go to town. And so I'm going to town. I'm also going to be dropping by the Homestead. Because they're going to be potentially looking after the dogs for a week or so because we've got a trip coming up. So that's in there. We may have a bit of a disaster in the garden. We picked a couple of tomatoes, probably before we should have, but they were red. We brought them in and, well, I'll show you. Let me show you. I'm going to head up to the garden. The garden's doing really well otherwise. I mean, lots of stuff growing. Corn is starting to grow, which is great. I can't wait to have some nice, fresh, sweet corn. It'd be nice. Anyway, come. Got new cucumbers growing. There's two there. There's another one down here somewhere. Yep, right there. Corn coming in. Oh yeah, little bitty corn. Expect lots more. Yeah, lots of stuff happening here. Tomatoes are starting to turn. What I want to do here is, oh shit. Yeah, it's happening. It's happening. Okay. I don't even have to cut this one open to see it. Blossom rot is what it is. And we picked a couple of red, as I said, we picked a couple of red ones. There's another red one in here somewhere. Right there. The other one I picked was right beside it, so I suspect, oh, there's another one. Yeah, it's got these yellow spots on it. And so I'm going to pick one more. Not that one. I'm going to pick like this one right here. Just starting to change. Because I want to see, you know, if every tomato in here has blossom rot in it, then we're kind of fucked. To be honest. So apparently it's a calcium deficiency. And I came over here and you can see I came over here yesterday after we looked it up, and I had some lime on hand, so I put some lime there and tried to wash it in with some water. And it was raining at the time too. It's a damn shame, but we still got some, you know, good stuff growing. City Girl says the green beans are starting to grow again. That's a good sign. Good sign. Good thing. All right, let's take these back. Cut them open. I have a feeling I know what we're gonna see, and that's a real shame, but there's no more flowers growing on the tomato plant. If all the tomatoes are like this, then we're kind of, you know, whatever. This will be a real shame. I was really looking forward to some ripe tomatoes to have with my sandwiches and things. Alright, I'll try the yellowy one first. Low hopes. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Did I say low hopes? High hopes. High hopes. Oh, look at that. Oh. Can I put it back together and put it back in the vine there? It's almost perfect. Shoot. Okay, well we have one success. I'll lay it out like I know what I'm doing here. Oh, that's beautiful. Alright, this one has just a little bit of yellow in there. Oh. Oh, no. See what's happening there? It's starting. This one is just starting to go. So that one. Oh, and then I cut it with the. I should have washed this. Okay. Anyway, that one. I'll wash the crap off of it. And is there a point to cutting into this now? So, okay. So all is not lost then. Seems fine. All is not lost. Now I can do fried green tomatoes. This is good to see. So hopefully adding that lime, this late is a good thing and will help. These are all good, right? There's nothing happening in any of these. Yeah, that's good. I'll put those in a baggie and put them in the fridge for later. All of these. Okay. If you have any suggestions on what I should have done differently or what I should do from here on, let me know. Apparently calcium also needs magnesium. Sorry, calcium also needs... The plants also need magnesium for the calcium intake. I'm not sure what it is. Chemical thing, I guess. So I'm going to look at getting some magnesium when I'm in town. Or something with magnesium in it. Or check one of our... We have like 3 of those fertilizer thingies. And they're each one is a little bit different, so I'll check the magnesium content on them. Maybe that's all I need to do. Anyway, I'm gonna at this point I'm gonna go on my hike. Hikes. I can get 2 hikes in. Hopefully it's 9:42. And head to town. Oop, whoa, still attached. So I'm here with Robin and Dave of Hollaby Homestead.
Hey.
They have their own YouTube channel. Check it out. I'll put a link below. And they're showing off their garden here. Come on, look at this. Look at this place. Look at that. A nice little sitting area. All these raised beds. Oh, look at this sunflower, man. This thing is so big. Like that's bigger than my wrist.
We grew one a couple of years ago that we parked the side-by-side here, and then I stood on top of Dave and I couldn't reach the top of one. Like
yeah?
he was in the back of the side-by-side and then I was with him.
Right. Oh.
There's chicken emergency.
Chicken emergency.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised Willow isn't going after those chickens.
She seems pretty cool about it. I
She does.
I think she's going to be okay.
I guess so.
I think maybe the livestock dogs are a bit intimidating too.
That's one of the things that City Girl and I always talk about. Because people always ask us, are you getting chickens? And I think, well, yeah, maybe, but how do we stop Willow from going after them?
Some dogs are okay. Okay, the story of Nova. So huskies will eat chickens, right? Like always. And everybody says they'll eat cats and chickens and whatever. So we used to have electric netting for our chickens. And every day for a year, she would lick it. And she would get zapped. And she never learned.
Oh. Willow! Shit. They finally stopped barking for a bit. Anyway, the chicken got away. And they're still learning. It's the response. It's the, hey, that thing's starting to run away from me. I got to get it. But otherwise, I mean, she was fine when they were just standing there. Anyway, really beautiful what you've got here, Robin. And I love that you've got turkeys.
And they're starting again.
There they go again. So I left the dogs there, and I'm going to run to Tweed and run my errands. Robin wanted me to leave the dogs just to see what they're like when I'm not around, and that's fair. I'll go to town. So they survived somehow. No chickens were harmed.
No, they all stayed in the pen. And Bailey was okay.
Nice. Look at those big turkeys. Holy, they're huge, aren't they?
They stay out all night, and they're we call them our yard puppies because they guard the yard. And so I have a video. So a couple months ago, we had the windows open because it was a hot night, and I could hear them chasing around something because during the night, if something comes in the yard, they chase stuff off, and and you can hear them because they're like gobbling and they're super happy and excited and stuff. Anyways, then the skunk smell came in.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, you got sprayed. So then I have this video and I can send it to you. I got up in the morning to start the school bus, and he was tapping, the biggest one was tapping on the sliding door, and he was doing that, and because he wanted to tell me his skunk story, and so I have this funny video of him like trying to talk to me, and he wants in the house, right? So he's they're characters, and they're friendly. You can go right up to them, and we can go right up to them, and you know, they're. So we call them yard puppies. They're a couple of years old, and they just guard the property.
Willow, hey,
Willow. That chicken could have gotten away. Could have gone back in there. It's okay, Bailey.
Willow, come here. Willow. Come on, that's a good girl. Right here, come here.
You're okay.
Come, Willow, come on.
I know, they start
There.
running and you just get really excited.
How do you have no bugs here?
Gravel.
What? That's it?
This is what solved it. The bugs used to be so bad here.
Gravel?
Yeah. The garden is a piece of heaven now with the gravel.
Oh.
This is 3 triaxle dump truck loads that we got out here. This in the garden.
Oh, wow. Gravel. Who knew?
Who knew? No, we didn't do it because of that. It was just after we put the gravel down, we're like, oh, it's actually kind of nice out here now.
Oh.
The bugs used to be real bad. I'll tell you, the bugs are pretty bad in the woods.
Yeah. Oh, Nova wants out.
Yeah.
Gravel. Gravel. They're doing some logging back in the bush. Nowhere near my area. Completely different direction. But they wanted to use this. This is where I usually park my car, like right here. But they wanted to use this area for obviously staging the logs that are coming out. So I said I'd park down at the hunt camp while they're doing this. I thought they were only going to be in here for a week. They started last week. But obviously they're not done yet. So I'll have to find out. How much longer they're going to be. I don't like imposing at the hunt camp, even though nobody's there and they don't use the place. The main guy, Steve, comes in once in a while and cuts the grass. I don't want to be in the way, right? That's a huge amount of logs, right? I mean, I guess that's nothing compared to, you know, the logging operations up north, but it just seems like a lot of log. I can reach 8 feet. Nowhere near the top. Anyway, just thought that was interesting. I drove back where they are. And the trail in that direction is just a mess. So branches everywhere. They've got one of those things, here I'll show you a picture of it, or maybe a short video if I can steal one from somewhere, where it cuts the tree and it delimbs it and it just drops it on the ground where they want it. One of those machines. It's actually a lot smaller in person than I thought it would be. And that's how they do it. But it just makes a complete mess. Like I was driving over all these branches and crap. I shouldn't have. But yeah. Anyway, thought that was interesting. So 2 important things to note. First, no chickens were harmed in the filming of this video. And secondly, and more importantly, I was complimented twice today on this shirt while I was in town. Yeah. Sit, sit, sit. No, sit. That's it. No, sit, sit. No. Juma. Sit nicely. Okay, there you go. Who the doggy? You the doggy. The last few days, Willow's been after something underneath the cabin. And I was more than a little worried that it was another porcupine. This is my mess now. You see, I put a lot of stuff under the cabin over the years, just for safekeeping, like all this lumber that I'm working on. And the dogs have been running underneath there. They chase chipmunks or whatever, mice, and it makes a great big mess underneath the cabin. That's why I don't like going underneath there. But anyway, I had to pull out all this lumber to find out what the heck she was after. And it's a mess under there right now. Can you see her? But right here, I had these pieces of plywood right here. And I knew as I started pulling out lumber that whatever it is going to be underneath that plywood. And sure enough, something like a mouse, like a really big mouse, or maybe a rat even, I don't know. When I pulled out that last piece, it went scurrying off underneath there. And the dogs have been inside, so as soon as I saw what it was, I was like, oh. So I went in the cabin, I was like, Willow, come on, get this thing. So now she's, oh, Jesus, don't call the OHSA on me. Anyway, go get it, Willow. Yeah, she's making a mess under there, but it's already a mess. I gotta figure out a better way to put the lumber under there so that critters can't get underneath the lumber and try and make it a home. Freak Willow out. Gonna walk over to the garden. I was over there this morning watering it, but just gonna see. So I have some good news, and that good news is it's almost over. What's almost over, you ask? Well, you'll notice I'm out here walking without my bug jacket and bug head net. There are still deer flies around, but there are a lot fewer than there were a couple of days ago. We had a really cool night. Well, relatively cool. It was like 15 Celsius overnight, which isn't that cold, but I think usually sometime around the middle of August, we start to, the deer flies start to die down. And I don't know why. Today is August 7th. So it is a little early for them to start disappearing. But the bug season did start 2 weeks early, so Right. Black flies came out 2 weeks earlier than I expected. And the mosquitoes came out 2 weeks earlier. And the deer flies. So, will they disappear 2 weeks earlier? Oh God, I hope so. Make the last half of August really bearable. Now, they're not gone though. They're still here. We went on our hike this morning, and for a while I was able to go without my head net on. But then there was a couple bothering me, and they have this annoying habit of like just going right at your eyeballs, you know. Black flies are the same way. Hey, aren't you? I should say, are you supposed to be doing a job right now? Did you get it? It's underneath some other plywood on the other side of the cabin now. At least that's where I saw her looking. So I'll probably just put out a mouse trap and see if I can catch it tonight. Whatever it is. Because otherwise Willow's just going to freak out, you know. Yeah, so I've got 2 bothering me now, 2 deer flies. That's better than the usual 20. I'm actually pretty brave doing this. But if you stay in one spot for a while, the deer flies go away. I think they run out of energy. You know, they're tiny little bugs, right? They've only got so much energy. If they don't feed, then they're going to get tired. They're going to have to lie down. That corbicon, cob of corn is looking good. And there's another one in here I'm keeping my eye on now. Right here, you can see all the fuzz from it. I only saw it for the first time this morning. There's probably mothers in there, others in there, more others. I love looking in here. Oh, I expect more. Don't know what's going to come of the tomatoes. I noticed that one red one that I cut open, and I thought it was perfect. Nah. I took a really close look at it, and like the bottom part was starting to go bad. So I did get half a tomato into my lunch today. Half a fresh garden tomato. Everything else is looking well. Compare my thickest sunflower plant to Robin and Dave's. Yes. I'm wearing my lavalier mic because I lost the sock on my GoPro Media Mod. This thing right here. So until I get a new one, it's better to use this thing here because it's got a sock on it, right? And that potato's gonna go bad, right? But there's a little Velcro part on it that's driving me nuts. Just slide it down until it's out of the way. What the heck? Okay, there we go. Oh, looking good, looking good. Some others going here. One down there. Oh, there's one right there. It's new. Anyway, I'm not here to do anything, just wanted to take a quick look. Oh, check out this. I keep forgetting to talk about this. Our lettuce plant. This thing. Are there seeds to be collected here? These look like they're all flowers. But if there's seeds, I want to collect them. Oh, something's falling. So you guys let me know what should happen here to this thing. I know. When we grew these in past, they grew about that big. So I don't know what's going on. It looks possessed. Looking good. Looking good. Anyway, Enjoying the odd blackberry as well out here. They're just everywhere. The trick is not to chew them because there's so many seeds in them, so you just kind of gum them. Nice and big. Anyway, a couple of deer flies bugging me. I'm not going to stick around, I'm going to go. Yep, our big pumpkin plant. The only thing not producing anything right now. I see what appears to be female flowers with the tiny little pumpkins starting out, and then they just disappear. I don't know what's happening. I don't know why they're not growing. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna head back. It is super... Oh yeah. Take a quick look at this. If you missed that, or if you're trying to see it, just go back in the video or pause it. Just wanted to take a quick look at what was in those. Okay. Notice how big the corn is. I'm actually standing above the pot right now because the ground slopes up here. That's pretty cool. That's very cool. And I've seen sweet corn. Oh, there's one starting here too. Right there. I've seen sweet corn for sale in the Value Mart in Tweed on Tuesday, so maybe we were a little late planting, but should have corn soon. Edible corn. On windy days, I've talked about this, haven't I? It's going to do that. I think I'm going to get a couple more of those for certain beaver dams. I think those will work now nice. And I got a new trail cam. Oh, let's talk about the new trail cam. Willow already left us to come back. It's just me and the June burger. See, she knows there's that thing under there and she's going after it. I hope she gets it, but as I said, I have mouse traps. So I need a new trail cam. My Bushnell trail cam that I've had for years and years is one of the first things I bought when I started coming here to the property because I wanted to see what the wildlife was like. Takes excellent video. I've gotten such great footage as this. Yeah, just some wonderful stuff. And then I bought I forget what it's called. It'll say on the screen, but not nearly as good. It only does 720p, so I got to resize it, make it bigger, right? The quality is just not nearly the same. Moultrie is what it is, right? The Moultrie camera. But it's been fine for a lot of the stuff, and I've gotten some excellent footage on it, like this. I bought another, I have a third trail cam. It's a cellular trail cam, and I never cared about the quality of it. It was more like a security device than anything. It'll email the picture as soon as it takes it, right, to me. Oh, a very low quality picture. But I have other video security now. I don't use that anymore. In fact, I should cancel my subscription. But I needed one more, and I bought one recently, and on Amazon it was a 1080p camera. But when I got it, there was no option in the menu to make it 1080p. It only did 720p. Even the manual said it only did 720p. And I said, what the heck, guys? So I sent it back. And I was getting desperate. I really need another camera because I want to put one out with the vegetable garden. And I just wanted another trail cam anyway. And so I got looking for Bushnell. I thought, screw it. That Bushnell I bought ages ago is $350, right? And I thought, okay, if this is what I got to pay for a good quality camera, then this is what I got to pay, right? Whatever. But I couldn't find them. There's like one on Amazon, and it's not what I want. I forget what's wrong with it, but it's not what I want. I'm like, this is crazy. Can't find them on Cabela's website or the Bass Pro. I looked at Bushnell's website, and I couldn't even order them for some reason. I forget if they... Oh yeah, they just don't ship to Canada. That's it. They just don't ship to Canada. Like, whatever. So I just went on Amazon and just show me trail cams. Just show me trail cams. And I found this one. It might have been like Amazon's recommended choice. You know, they come up with a recommended choice. I don't even remember what the brand name is. It's not written on here anywhere. It's going to be like a cheap Chinese camera, and cheap it is. It was. I got it for $90 on sale. Regular price $129.99. But incredible because this does 4K video at 30 frames per second. I don't need 4K. I only do 1080p videos. But 4K at 30 frames. Why is that so hard for all the other camera makers to do that? It takes 48 megapixel pictures as well. I don't take pictures, I want video out of mine, but that's still impressive. And it has the no glow. So my Moultrie is really bad for this. It has night vision, but when it detects something, this bright light comes on. It scares the shit out of the animals. The animals go running off. It's terrible. Bushnell has no glow, or low glow. My Bushnell camera. I forget if it's no glow or low glow. Low glow is like a red light comes on, so it's not nearly as scary. It's not nearly as bright. This one has no glow, and night vision out to 98 feet with no glow. I'm like, damn, that's really impressive. All the features I'm getting for my $90 plus tax. So I can't recommend it yet. I haven't even tried it. Other than this quick footage I took in the back there. Looks fine. I can tell by watching it really closely that there's something going on with it. It's like it's hunting with its contrast or something. It's hunting with its low light. Not low light. Like it's ISO speed or something like that, right? I can see just every now and then it just does this. If you watch that video again, here I'll show it again, and just watch. Don't look at me. Look at like the cabin or something that's not moving, and you'll see that very tiny shift every now and then of the contrast or the ISO speed or something. But that's the only thing I can figure. And for $90, I mean, I do want good quality video, and that's pretty good quality. I can't complain about the quality. That's better than the Moultrie. So anyway, I'm going to take this out and put this on the garden. I guess, I don't know. Is something else I should be doing? I mean, there's lots of things I should be doing. But I think I'm going to do this instead. Fall over. Yeah. Come on, see me. Come on, it must see me. That was a lot of movement. Oh well. So I'm just doing outdoor chores. I put all that wood back that I took out from underneath the cabin. At least I know it's there now. I took a picture of it, so I can refer to it. We're supposed to get a lot of rain in the next 36 hours, like an inch to an inch and a half, which is, what is that, 25 to 35 millimeters or 35 to 45 millimeters? That's quite a bit anyway. It'll be enough to fill up my tote. I'm not actually sure where I am in the tote right now, so I'm going to check that in a minute. I'm just going to like wipe out the gutters, just get all the crap out first. I'm going to let it rain overnight, and not without putting the water in the tote, and then in the morning I'll come out and divert it into the tote. That way I'll get a good flushing as well. This is really nice, actually. Nice breeze. It's 24 Celsius. What is that? 75 Fahrenheit. It's nice. Good breeze. I like how the trees look when the leaves are blown upside down or backwards. There's nothing in there. Really awkward doing it this way, but it's the easiest way. Far easier than like moving a ladder along. Down on the ground, because the ground slopes away here. Quite dangerous. And I've done it before by just walking on the roof. That's pretty dangerous too. This is safe and it's pretty quick. Good job, Rag. Tool of the day. Tool tips with Russell. Use a rag. Try and give it a flush without getting all wet myself here. Oh. That was close. All right. Take a look. Look. Ooh. That's not bad. So, 20 40, 60, 80, 100%. We're at the 60. I can just see it right behind the bar here. So, that lasts a long time. Probably because I'm bringing it inside in buckets. When you're doing that, you want your water to last a long time. Anyway, I gotta put a pump on this sooner or later. Gotta order it really and do some work with the, what is that called? PEX? Anyway. I actually have to bring in some water now, so I'll do that. So it's early Friday morning. Hopefully this video is coming out today. Getting to work on the editing soon. This video is almost over, but I want to go through this because I think this is hilarious. Yes, there's a reason why I'm holding a head of lettuce in my hand. I got home to the cabin on Tuesday, and I put the oranges on the counter like I always do, bagged, sometimes not. And when I say bagged, I mean bagged and actually tied up, so airtight. And I thought, you know what, I really like my oranges cold, so I thought about, like, what can I put them in the fridge? So this is how this started. I got looking online on how do you store your oranges to keep them fresh longer. So I looked it up, and oranges are supposed to be bagged, tied up, airtight. When I say bagged, I'm talking about airtight, right? So they're supposed to be bagged, and they go in the crisper in your fridge, not on the counter, unbagged or whatever. I'm like, okay, fine. And then I started looking up everything else, of course, and I'm doing everything wrong, almost everything wrong. Tomatoes. I've been keeping bagged and in the fridge, but no, you're supposed to leave them open to the air on your countertop, shoulders down. That way they stay fresh longer. So oranges are supposed to be bagged in the fridge because it prevents moisture from escaping. They stay nice and juicy, right? Tomatoes, I guess it doesning matter. They put them on the countertop. I did that one completely wrong. Limes and lemons. This is hilarious. I was just keeping limes on the countertop. But the way to preserve limes and lemons the longest is you submerge them in water and put them in the fridge. I don't need my limes to last forever, just like a week, right? That's it. So I'm not submerging them in water. They say the same for avocado if it's nearing ripeness. If it's not nearing ripeness, then you can just keep it on your kitchen counter. But if you want to, if it's getting ripe and you want to preserve that to, the weekend or whatever, you submerge some water, put it in the fridge. Who knew? Cucumbers we were sort of doing correctly. Cucumbers want to be bagged, and I think they're wrapped in paper towel. And what I do with my cucumbers is, I'm not using the whole cucumber, right? So I cut, and then the exposed end, I just put cling wrap over it, and then stick it in the fridge in the crisper. So that's sort of doing that one right. Blueberries. I bought some blueberries, and they want to be stored in the fridge, not bagged or open to the air, let's say, because they will develop mildew if they're bagged. I don't understand. Some things need to keep the moisture, some things need to let it go. Weird, right? Lettuce is the only thing I was doing properly. In fact, probably better than properly. They say just put it in the crisper and wrap it in paper towel. And what I do is, bag it. Bag it as well. And I've been doing this for forever. This is why I'm holding this lettuce. There's a piece of paper towel in there, right? And I bag it and close it. The paper towel seems to absorb the bad moisture that comes off the lettuce. You know when it gets old and it starts to get wet and stuff like that? So that paper towel helps prevent that. So that's the only thing I was doing properly. All these other ones, like tomatoes, who knew, right? Who knew? But then if you got a problem with fruit flies, so I put my tomatoes in the microwave. Put a piece of paper towel in the microwave and put the tomatoes on it. Anyway, I thought that was funny. There's others. I don't buy a lot of. I mean, that's mostly what I buy. I don't buy like radishes or cauliflower or stuff like that. I just buy the stuff that I like. Anyway, tool of the day, but not today. Tool of the day: paper towel and bags for your lettuce. There you go. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me for the last 40 minutes or whatever it's been. I love you all, and don't forget to pea soup.